Pretty much every heritage railway has a queue of locomotives awaiting to be overhauled because there's not enough space or manpower to do so. Fact of life. The Standard 5 73096 is in that queue at the moment, and a lot of local crews and volunteers are clamouring to get it started, but it does have to wait its turn. It's a special locomotive for the line, and here's why. Designed by Robert Riddles, the BR Standard Class 5 formed one of the 12 Standard Class locomotive types built by BR in the 1950s. Previously, William Stanya's Black 5s had been the most successful mixed traffic locomotive in Great Britain, and it was decided that the new set of standard locomotives would be built by BR, being based on the LMS designs while incorporating modern features. The design work was undertaken at the ex-LNER works at Doncaster, with the class being constructed at Derby. The boiler was similar to those fitted to the Black 5s, with the variance of being made from manganese steel instead of nickel steel. While very similar to the Black 5s, the Standard 5s had a number of design differences between the two classes, including a higher running plate, larger driving wheels, a self-cleaning smoke box, and the regulator was moved to be on the driver's side rather than in the centre. A number of these changes were made to either reduce maintenance or to help incorporate standard designs or components, which, after all, was what the standard class was all about. Standard components which were easy to access and a standard layout which made them easy to use proved to be a big hit with engineering staff, locomotive crews, and most importantly, the accountants. Between 1951 and 1957, 172 of the new class were built, boasting modern features such as self-cleaning smoke boxes and easy-to-clean fire grates and ashpan hoppers, which would greatly reduce the cost of labour due to time saved. Most of the locomotives were built with Walschaerts valve gear, which was standard for most of the standard class. 30, however, were constructed with a revolutionary design of valve gear, designed by Arturo Caprotti. Initially designed and tested in Italy in 1921, the concept featured poppet valves and camshafts rather than piston valves, in an attempt to increase efficiency and power by reducing steam leakage and general wear and tear on components. The design debuted in the UK in 1926, when the London, Midland and Scottish Railway trialled the valve gear on one of their 4-cylinder Claughton classes. Following successful trials, with the locomotive performing more efficiently with regards to coal and water usage, a further 9 were rebuilt to feature Caprotti's design. However, it was later found that some of the losses with the Walschaerts design could be rectified by modifying the piston rings, which made them as economical as Caprotti's. No more Claughtons were fitted with the Caprotti valve gear, and the 10 locomotives were withdrawn between 1935 and 1936. In the 1950s, after being acquired by the Worcester-based engineering company Heenan and Ford, the design was improved and was fitted to 30 of the Standard 5s and also the Class 8 Duke of Gloucester. The results were mixed. The Standard 5s showed little difference between the two variations with regard to performance, but the Caprotti fitted engines did have a reputation for being good performers at higher speeds. The Caprotti valve gear was more expensive than Walschaerts, but it did allow the locomotives to travel for longer distances between inspections. The anomaly with regards to performance was with Duke of Gloucester, whose performance was reportedly disappointing. This, however, was thought to be down to the locomotive construction and design, and was later rectified. In service, the Standard 5 class had a relatively trouble-free introduction when compared with other classes, and worked interchangeably with the Black 5s they supplemented. They worked a variety of services, from fast passenger trains to slower and heavier freights, proving their versatility. They were reportedly excellent steamers, even steaming well on poor quality coal. In 1959, 20 of the class were named, with the names being transferred over from the King Arthur classes which were being withdrawn. While the locomotives performed well at high speeds over all regions, classes allocated to a specific region usually found themselves fitted with a different design of tender to cater for specific requirements. For example, the southern region did not feature water troughs, so tender water capacity was increased to allow the locomotives to travel for longer distances in between stops. 73096 rolled out of the Derby Works in November 1955 and was initially sent to the London Midland region at Patricroft Shed near Manchester. She also spent time allocated to Shrewsbury, Gloucester, Nuneaton and Croesneweth. The final allocation saw a return to Patricroft Shed in 1965, where she started her career and worked out the final 2 years in service until withdrawal in November 1967, when she was sold to the Wooden Brothers for scrapping. The class proved their worth and were excellent locomotives, but as modernisation loomed, their time was limited. Between 1964 and 1968, all of the class were retired and sent for scrapping, with the last being 73069, retiring in August 1968. In 1985, 73096 was purchased by a group of private owners and saved from the scrap line. She was then moved to the Watercress Line, where after a major boiler overhaul and construction of a new tender, she returned to steam in October 1993. While based at the Watercress Line, 73096 was not a locomotive that would be restricted to just heritage railways. In 1997, the first of what would be many charter tours run by Daylight Rail Tours set off from Alresford towards Bath on what would be the first of a new experience for the railway. Affectionately known as the Green Train, the Watercress Line had become the first heritage railway to run rail tours using their own stock with their distinctive Southern Railway green livery. The Green Train proved to be popular and ran successfully for several years, being primarily hauled by 73096. However, in 2005, the Green Train was sold to help raise money for restoration projects. She continued running until her boiler certificate expired in 2011, when she was withdrawn from service. During her preserve life, she only suffered one major incident during a gala, when a catastrophic cylinder failure occurred which destroyed parts of the casing. The locomotive was towed back to Ropley, where she would remain while a new cylinder was cast, machined and fitted. Just over a year later, 73096 returned to service. Just because the locomotive couldn't steam didn't mean that she didn't visit other sites. During her static life, 73096 made a couple of appearances at the Great Dorset Steam Fair on the back of a low loader, where she was hauled around the main arena, providing quite a sight. In 2014, the locomotive left the railway and headed for Southall, where the hope was to bring her back into steam. In 2017, the railway secured agreement to purchase 73096 and return her to the Watercress Line. She is now in the yard, awaiting overhaul.
There you are, guys, not just an excellent class of locomotive, but one that truly is at home here at the Mid-Hants Railway. It is one of the main locomotives the railway was known for, apart from Canadian Pacific. Granted, it is in a queue waiting to overhaul, but some volunteers have already started. They've started protecting the metalwork, the paintwork and the engine itself, so it can go into the shed ready for overhaul in its best possible condition. And it just shows how loved this engine was. Personally, I never got a chance to crew it. It went out of ticket before I qualified and got onto the footplate. But from what I've heard, I've got a lot to look forward to, and so do you guys. So granted, it's still awaiting a overhaul, but when it does get back, you are in for a treat. A locomotive that is truly at home here at the Mid-Hants Railway, the Watercress Line.